Salut à tous, j'espère que tout le monde va bien. Ici Aziz, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour un nouvel épisode de Trash Talking, le podcast que j'ai lancé. Alors aujourd'hui, j'ai la chance de vous proposer une interview avec Wolfgang VAN HALEN. Voilà, c'est le fils de Van Halen. J'ai pu le rencontrer à l'issue de la journée promo pour la sortie de son nouvel album. J'ai eu la chance de l'écouter. Je dois vous dire que c'est une tuerie. Pour moi, meilleur album rock de l'année 2023. On a réussi à parler de plein de trucs. On a parlé de Dave Grohl, on a parlé du tribut de Taylor Hawkins, on a parlé un petit peu de Van Halen. Voilà, j'ai fait avec les conditions que j'avais. Il y a un petit souci de son. Donc voilà, pour ce deuxième épisode-là, on apprend encore, on peaufine, on arrange. Mais je suis très content de proposer ce deuxième épisode. Donc n'hésitez pas à me dire en commentaire ce que vous en avez pensé. N'hésitez pas à me mettre en commentaire si vous aimez ou non ce qu'il fait. Si oui, quels sont vos titres préférés. J'ai hâte de lire tout ça. Et quant à moi, je vous dis à très vite pour encore plus de métal et je vous laisse avec l'interview. Peace.
Wolf, how are you?
I'm doing well. I mean, I don't know if you can hear, I've got a bit of a sinus issue going on right now, but luckily we made it through the Metallica show just fine 2 days ago. But yeah, I'm super stoked to be here. This is very exciting to be traveling the world and doing this.
Yeah, I've got to be honest with you. If I'm here, it's because of two things. The first one is because I really like your music.
Thank you.
And the second one is because we don't know much about you. We know the big picture, right? But not you as a person. So what are you doing on a daily basis?
Well, lately, sleeping. I mean, on tour, literally, that's what I'm doing the most is sleeping. I think I never realized how much singing fully takes it out of you. But I mean, if I'm not sleeping, I'm usually just hanging out with my bandmates or playing video games or something like that.
What kind of video games?
All of them.
Yeah.
Really. Right now, Zelda, since that's the game that I'm talking about. That's
on Switch?
Yeah, on Switch.
Yeah. It's
So,
easy on tour, right?
Yeah, very easy for the tour, yeah.
Yeah. So video games, hanging out with your friends, and sleeping.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy that way.
Yeah, I like that. So since 2021, you seem to follow your own path, right? You came with a very massive first record. Like, to be honest, I was like, dude, what's that? Don't Back Down. I was like, oh, sitting in my shower, I was like, what is that riff? What's that band? And then I saw it was you. I was really impressed. I did some research about you, but like I said before we start this, we don't know really much about you. But I saw that you record everything on your own on the first record and then on the new one. And when I heard that, I was like, I've got one name who came in my mind was Dave Grohl. So I don't know. I know you're very close, right? But what kind of impact does he have on you? Was just a friend or like a big brother or just?
Oh no, I mean, we're not that close. I mean, we met a few times in the past, and then recently became a bit more close.
Okay.
When we played together at the Hawkins Tribute. He's a wonderful, nice man. Everybody ever says about him being the nicest guy in the business is absolutely true. He's a wonderful human being. But yeah, just as an inspiration for the musician that he is, I don't think anyone has inspired me more when it comes to what Mammoth is.
Yeah.
You know, I knew that I wanted to do my own album like the way he did with the first Foo Fighters album.
Yeah.
So he's certainly the biggest inspiration.
So yeah, that's the thing that came to my mind. How do you start a song? I know that you can play many instruments, but with that capabilities, I don't know if you can say that. How do you start with guitars on tempo, drums?
Usually, when it comes to writing music, I start with a guitar.
Yeah.
That's usually, you know, if I'm like on the couch with an acoustic guitar, I'll come up with something. And if I like it, or if it's interesting enough, I'll record like an idea on my phone so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
And then usually I'll make a demo on my laptop. You know, I'll go on Logic and I'll just to realize the idea. And then when we get to working in the studio, I get with my producer and engineer, and we put it into Pro Tools, sync it up to the tape machine, and then we record the drums, and then we do the bass, and then we do the guitar in that order, kind of putting together the track.
when you start with the drums, right? So when you start with the drums, you get a click.
I get a click and the demo that I made.
Oh, okay.
To follow the changes.
So you already have your tempo.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the most part, yeah. That's usually when we decide like what the final tempo of the song is.
Okay, but you know it's pretty crazy because I'm also a musician and I'm working the same as you. I got my laptop. I'm singing with my phone like la 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 la
exactly.
la, and then it starts making really
put the pieces together.
Yeah,
it's like
that's
awesome.
really cool. So it's very nice to know that because for real, man, you're like one of the biggest inspiration for me right now.
Thank you so
because
much, man. That's a huge honor.
you know how to make songs, you know how to perform, you know how to sing. We don't even know that in the past, right? So I follow you on almost all your socials, and every time I read the comments, it's on Twitter, so it's normal for me. So how do you deal with that? For me, it's very interesting how people with big audience deal with such hate.
I think in the past I used to internalize it a lot and it would hurt my feelings. But as time has gone on, I've grown more numb to it because that's just kind of what the internet is these days. I think everybody more than likely comes from a cynical or negative perspective on anything. That's just how social media is. It breeds negativity. But nowadays, you know, if I can make a good enough joke about it, I'll make a joke or point at it and laugh. Or
yeah, I saw that you got a real sense of humor. Like, do I rename myself?
Wolfgang VAN HALEN.
Yeah. I was like, man, that's so funny.
It's important to laugh, you know. I think everybody can be too serious, so it's important to not take yourself too seriously.
Yeah, and it's very important that you say that because I'm in my audience. I've got really young person who take that really seriously.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing that. So like I said, you have a lot of humility when you're talking. You seems to be a really nice guy, and I can say that by myself right now. But on the new album, when you only just read the set list, I felt like a real anger. How can you explain that? Because you seem to be a really nice guy.
Yeah, I think music itself is a very therapeutic experience.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny because the first album came out in 2021, but it was all written between 2015 and 2018.
Yeah, because the song Distance was released before.
Yeah, it was recorded.
Yeah.
Before everything. So basically, what you're hearing on this album is everything that I've experienced in the past 3 years.
Okay.
So I think there's a lot of anxiety and depression and anger and fear that I think we all experienced as well. And I certainly went through a lot of things myself the past few years. I think you're really hearing that on this album. I think overall it's a more aggressive album. Still very melodic, that's always very important to me. Melodic melody is the most important thing for me. But I think, you hear it's a heavier album.
Yeah.
And I think but it's funny that in comparison to the first album, I think lyrically the first album was a bit more outward, and this one is very internal.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the songs that people may think are at someone else, they're usually to myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think songs like a Pastime is a very internalized song. There's a lot of other, but then you have songs like I'm Alright, which is a very sort of comment on me being happy, being my own person instead of what other people expected.
Yeah. So
it's a bit of both.
What makes you happy?
Being myself.
Really?
Yeah, I think, and that's what I'm doing with Mammoth. It's my artistic expression.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be myself instead of being what other people expect of me.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. Since you're a teenager, you're playing stadiums. You used to play in big arena like that, but what it feels like to play in arena being the frontman of your own band, playing before Metallica and Pantera and Shinedown and stuff. How do you deal with that?
That's a very crazy experience for sure. But at a certain point, you can't let your anxiety get in the way. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, opening for Metallica, we've only done two shows so far, but it's been an incredible experience. It's very insane. Very, very honored to be a part of it. It's very crazy.
I was so pissed because the reason I saw Metallica many times, but I was like, damn, I want to see Mammoth. you were the reason that I wanted to be here. So I know you're playing in Lyon in June. Mm-hmm. Do you have any other show?
Not currently, but we have so much planned before the album's even out. The album comes out in August. That I know next year we'll probably be touring a lot. So I really hope to be back here next year. Basically, just to tour everywhere people will let us, all throughout next year.
I'm with my girlfriend now, and she said, "Yeah, he came over and playing in the kitchen, and we're going to be very happy to have you." And
let's do it. Let's do it. Kitchen show.
Yeah, we've got the tiny desk on YouTube.
Let's do it. Tiny kitchen.
Yeah, tiny kitchen. Right. All right. I'm just watching the time, and I don't have enough time, so I'm gonna go to the audience questions.
Yeah.
Because I'm now followed by 45K or something like that, only on
awesome.
YouTube. Yeah. And the reason I'm here is because of them. So for me, it's very, really important to involve them.
That's really cool, man. That's great.
So I got many questions. I got a lot of questions, but I picked some of those accurate ones because sometimes people are weird because it's internet.
Very weird, yeah.
And I was like, nope. So you already answered your feelings about playing in Paris, right? So the next question is, does Mammoth is officially a band, or does it still a solo project? And how did you see it in the future?
I see it as a band. It's my artistic expression in the studio. While live, I have my amazing live band to pull it off. I feel like everyone, you call Nine Inch Nails a band, but really in the studio, it's just kind of Tragicus doing their thing. But live, they have a kick-ass band. So it's sort of that sort of same thing,
Okay. So the next question is, what's the key to be a good musician?
Practice, play. I think a lot of people, from a positive place, will say, oh wow, it's in your genes, it's in your blood, and it's like. That maybe, but I've been playing since I was 9.
Yeah.
And I'm 32, so I've been playing my whole life pretty much. And I think it's just the more time you put in, the more time you practice, the better you become. Just keep playing.
Just simple as that. Right now, what is your favorite band?
Favorite band?
Yeah.
Meshuggah.
Oh man.
Meshuggah.
Yeah.
I fucking love Meshuggah.
Me too.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, Meshuggah, especially coming from I started on drums, from a drummer's perspective.
Oh yeah.
I'm a very rhythm interested musician. Meshuggah is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah. All right. So Meshuggah. Okay. So this one is a really hard one. If you have to keep just one record in your life.
That's so tough. I hate questions like that.
Me too.
Oh man. Sound Awake by a band called Carnival.
Oh yeah, man.
That's a very special album.
Yeah. We can find some of the some licks in your stuff. It's very I don't know how to say that in English, but there's a lot of space.
Yeah.
In a song like a Basse. I forgot the second one on the record.
Like a Pastime.
Like a Pastime.
Yeah.
We have this kind of vibe, really
open.
Yeah, open.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carnival, Sound Awake. That is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah,
for sure.
I can tell. Okay, so the next one is also a very hard question.
All right.
Are you proud of yourself?
That's a tough question because I am my
It's
own.
not me, it's my audience.
I am my own worst critic for sure.
Yeah.
But if these guys teach me anything to kind of take stock of where I am now compared to where I was a year ago or even a week ago, is that I should be proud of myself. I think I've proven to myself, at least in terms of recording the music, that the things I thought I couldn't do, I can do. So, yes, I am proud of myself.
You can be proud of yourself.
I think everyone should.
I don't know if that matters when I say that, but I want to say that. So, last question. It's not the audience stuff, it's my question. I know that, to be honest, I don't really grew up listening to Van Halen. I respect everything, the legacy and stuff, but I'm more focused about you. But
that's rare. That's awesome.
Your music speaks to me, so it's more important.
Thank you. That means the world.
Yeah, it's bigger than a name. You can have a name, but if you just have a name, it's not going to work for me.
I think that's a really great way of putting it. I think a lot of people will look at me and think, oh, well, he has the name, so that must do everything for him.
No.
It's like, while the name may give me opportunities, which I'm very lucky to have, they don't walk through the door for me.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be able to perform. You have to be able to write. You have to, if I couldn't do that, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. And for me, it's pretty hard when I see the comments about you. It's you can't blame someone because of his name. You have to create his own legacy and his own past. So my last question is, why everything seems to be so complicated when it comes to Van Halen? And do you think in the future it's gonna be like relationships is gonna be better?
I mean, if they aren't now, I don't know if anything will ever change the situation with how Van Halen operates, especially as a band. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist anymore. My dad was the heart and soul of Van Halen.
Yeah.
When it comes to decisions on Van Halen's future and how things are, that's my uncle's. He's the leader when it comes to that.
Okay.
And I'm there to help him every step of the way, as long as he wants me there. But when it comes to Van Halen, there really isn't much else to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering the question.
No problem. Thank you so much.
To be honest, I started playing guitar because of your dad, because I saw on YouTube Eruption with the cigarettes and stuff. So I don't want to really talk about this because I said I'm more focused on you, but I'm really proud to be here today because you're in my DNA, like as a musician, you know. So thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. And if you have anything to say to my audience, you're free.
Thank you so much for checking me out. Truly. I hope you enjoy the new album.
No.
Sorry.
Don't die on my arms, man.
No, not at all.
I don't know what to say. Just thank you,
so
man.
much. Thank
And
you.
I hope the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
Bye.